Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more WWE 2k15 Universe Mode. My name is BrendenPlayz. Well, you know what they say, the road to WrestleMania is always the brightest time of the year, and I tell you what, these past two Raws and SmackDowns have not let us down. Some incredible shows heading in towards the big pay-per-view, Elimination Chamber, and then WrestleMania, of course. So, next week's Raw will be the huge Raw Super Show, but before that, we have this week's Raw, and this is going to be a good one as well. R-Truth and Curtis Axel will take on the Tag Team Champions, Cesaro and Kid. We're still going to find out which tag team is the next in line. Elimination Chamber qualifying matchup, Dolph Ziggler versus Bad News Barrett. This is a bit of the US Championship Division opportunity. Two guys in that will get the opportunity to be in the chamber, just like last year. This time it's the champion Ziggler and Bad News Barrett. So Ziggler versus Barrett, the winner gets the third spot in the chamber. Tag team action between Mark Henry and Kane and the New Day. Now, whoever wins this match will get the opportunity to face the Ascension next week on our Super Show in a #1 contenders match for the tag team titles. Tamina Snuka will go one-on-one with Emma as Emma continues to show us how good she is so far as our Divas champion. So far, pretty good from Emma. I'm being pretty impressed. Tag team action between Sheamus and Ryback, who will take on Daniel Bryan and Triple H. Daniel Bryan's actions last week were just terrible. You know, cheap shot, taking out Sheamus after the match. Tonight, Sheamus will get an opportunity for revenge. Of course, Ryback was taken out on a stretcher by Triple H not too long ago. He'll get an opportunity for revenge too. Roman Reigns will go one-on-one with Randy Orton, and this is our second Elimination Chamber qualifying matchup. Can the big dog qualify? He took out Rollins at the pay-per-view. Can he back it up with a win here tonight? So our opening contest, oh, okay. Well, Perfect Truth, pick up the win. A surprise win there. Ziggler and Bad News Barrett will play later on. Mark Henry and Kane versus the New Day. Henry and Kane pick up the win. Now, just a quick note. If you guys can come up with a tag team name for Mark Henry and Kane, let me know in the comment section down below. I don't have any ideas, but let me know in the comment section down below if you have a tag team name for those two guys. Emma defeats Tamina Snuka, and this is a match I would have loved to have played. Unfortunately, we can't this week, but this is a big one. Sheamus and Ryback versus Daniel Bryan and Triple H. It is Bryan and Triple H picking up the win. So both guys that took out the other two, they pick up the win this week. As we move on to our first Elimination Chamber qualifying matchup, Dolph Ziggler, the United States Champion, #1 man going around right now. He is just unstoppable. He is truly the best US champion of all time, in my opinion. Has a chance to become the longest reigning champion. And Dolph Ziggler defeated Neville last week to retain the championship. And this man, Bad News Barrett, is arguably one of the men next in line to take on Ziggler. And we thought Bad News Barrett would probably be the next #1 contender here, him or Xavier Woods, but it was Neville who stole that. And in my personal opinion, Dolph Ziggler is going to have a tough challenge when Bad News Barrett does get his chance. Perhaps it might be a multi-man match. I don't know if Dolph Ziggler is going to have to defend his championship at the Chamber, but if he does, it's going to be tough work. But at the moment, his eyes are set on the Elimination Chamber matchup itself. One of these two men will join Sheamus and Triple H in the Elimination Chamber match to become the third man in it. Of course, next week we will find out which championship that Dean Ambrose will challenge for, the World or WWE Championship, in our Raw Super Show special for 200 episodes of Universe Mode. That is going to be awesome. So we will find out which champion he'll face, which will also mean what type of chamber it will be. Will the WWE Championship match will be up for grabs in the chamber, or will it be a #1 contenders match? Of course, if Ambrose stays on SmackDown, it'll be a #1 contenders match. If Ambrose goes to Raw, then Rollins has to defend inside the chamber. And if I'm Seth Rollins, I don't want to be defending in that chamber, because that's 5 men that can potentially beat you for that championship. Unlike the Hell in a Cell match, though, that he defended his championship in a long time ago at the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, this time Seth Rollins has to be pinned for him to go down. So at least he has more control over his future in this Elimination Chamber. Hell in a Cell, first pinfall, it's done. This time, all 5 participants have to be pinned with only 1 man left remaining as the winner. Dolph Ziggler going for some elbow drops now. Here it is. And we've seen Ziggler in the last number of weeks. And how many guys has Ziggler beaten? He's just on an absolute roll. I've been saying it a lot, but Dolph Ziggler is just a man on a mission. He's just an absolute machine right now. I mean, we saw it with Seth Rollins. He used the US Championship to become the man. you'd have to say Ziggler. He's not too far away from becoming the man himself. I mean, he hasn't had the opportunity yet, but at the Elimination Chamber, he gets in that chamber match, my money could be on Dolph Ziggler because he's in that good of touch. And I think Dolph Ziggler is nearly impossible to beat right now. So if he's in that chamber matchup, well, Ziggler could walk out as a double champion, in my opinion. That's just a fact. But Bad News Barrett, he's won a few championships himself, 2-time Intercontinental Champion, and I believe he is the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion on SmackDown. So he knows a thing or two about winning a title and holding it for a long, long time. So don't count out Bad News Barrett just quite yet, but it's tough work. Bad News Barrett himself, personally, in the last couple months, I wouldn't say he's been in that great of touch. Ever since losing to The Undertaker at SummerSlam, Bad News Barrett's career has been just going nothing but down. It's just been a downward spiral ever since. It's been a very, very tough time for Bad News Barrett. But coming over to Raw, making the big switch in his career, I think could be the right decision. Because there's a few guys that Dolph Ziggler has beaten and aren't in title contention anymore, like Sami Zayn and Neville. Those are two guys that were right up there, but Ziggler's beaten them both. So that leaves a big opportunity for a guy like Bad News Barrett to come in and take his shot. I mean, Barrett had an opportunity in an open challenge match. He wasn't the victor on that occasion, but, you know, Barrett, he's been building and building and building, slowly but surely turning himself into a future star once again here on Raw. Give him some time, I think Bad News Barrett could be once again a champion here in Universe Mode. But Dolph Ziggler right now is making some good work of Bad News Barrett. He's going to go for the Snapman perhaps. Taking down Barrett again. Ziggler in great touch right now. Red hot form for the United States Champion. And potentially the next WWE Champion, Dolph Ziggler, suplexing Bad News Barrett down again. And Ziggler, I mean, he's defended his championship, I think, how many times? 4 times in the past month. That's pretty impressive. 4 times in the past month. And you count on all the other times he's defended it before this as well. Dolph Ziggler's been in great, great touch. I mean, you cannot deny how good Dolph Ziggler has been. I don't know if he'll have another challenge before the pay-per-view or at the pay-per-view, but Dolph Ziggler, I mean, right now, he really is just, like I said, I mean, I said it a moment ago, but he's just a man on a mission to become the next big thing here on Raw. Bad News Barrett trying to hang on, though. Dolph Ziggler, DDT, taking down the English brawler. Bad News Barrett is down, and Ziggler might be about to deliver some bad news to Barrett, because Ziggler is about to try and put Bad News Barrett away at the cover. Kicks out at 1, though. Still in it is Barrett. Hanging on for dear life right now. Ziggler has a hold of Barrett, and he's going to toss him against the ropes. What's Ziggler got in mind? But he gets caught there. Bad News Barrett scouting it out well, sending Ziggler over the top rope. Bad News Barrett still has some fight left in him. He's still in the match right now. And he, wait a minute, what's he thinking about now? Oh, a powerbomb to the outside. Jeez, what a move from Barrett, and that is going to inflict some huge damage to Ziggler. And I tell you what, that might be the move to win him this match. Ziggler was in complete control, and now Barrett has a chance to capitalize, but Ziggler able to counter and send Barrett back inside the ring instead of getting tossed in the ring himself. Ziggler now back inside the ring. And Ziggler from behind. Barrett back to his feet, turned him around, zigzag! Zigzag to Barrett. His feet are close to the ropes, but they're not going to save him. He can't reach out, and Dolph Ziggler picks up another victory. This time, it is a huge one, because now he will be in the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view matchup. He's going to the pay-per-view. He's going to be in the big, big match. He's going to have the opportunity to headline WrestleMania for the WWE Championship, or he will even win the championship at the pay-per-view. This is going to be a big, big night for Dolph Ziggler. The US Champion once again will be involved in the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view matchup. Dolph Ziggler has done it, and well deserved. I mean, he has been unstoppable. He's beaten the man, and tonight he deserved this victory, and he's got his wish. He will compete in the Chamber matchup. I'm not sure many men actually want to compete in the match itself, but the opportunity that you get from it outweighs the negatives, that is for sure. And here we go, our second matchup to determine the 4th competitor in the Elimination Chamber match. It is the big dog. It is Roman Reigns coming out now. And what a match this is going to be for Roman Reigns. And Roman Reigns, you go back to the Royal Rumble pay-per-view itself, he didn't exactly have a great night in the Royal Rumble match, but it's what he did after the WWE Championship matchup. Before we get to that, here comes the Viper though, Randy Orton, a former WWE Champion, and last year was Randy Orton's year, no doubt about that, but the start of this year, not so much. Randy Orton, a former Royal Rumble winner, former WWE Champion. What a run he had last year, but now in recent months he's been struggling a little bit. He had an opportunity at the WWE Championship at TLC. He did fail though, and the Royal Rumble was not his night as well. So Randy will be using tonight this Elimination Chamber qualifying match as an opportunity to turn things around for him and get himself back in the title picture. So just finishing up what I was talking about Roman Reigns, at the Royal Rumble, he took out Seth Rollins. It was after the Royal Rumble WWE Championship matchup, and we saw Seth Rollins defend successfully against Daniel Bryan. And after the match, well, Roman Reigns came out and sent a message to Seth Rollins, because we know the Elimination Chamber was coming up, so Roman Reigns was perhaps sending mixed signals that he was going to either win the Rumble, and if he didn't win the Rumble, at least he was going to come after Rollins in the championship at the Elimination Chamber. So he didn't win the Rumble, so now this is his chance to show us what he can do. I mean, he sent the message to Rollins, he speared the hell out of Rollins, he took him out after the matchup, a huge statement that was made, and now Roman Reigns has the chance again here tonight to get his opportunity at Seth Rollins, whether it be at WrestleMania or at the Elimination Chamber. Last time they competed, it was at the Survivor Series pay-per-view, and Seth Rollins beat Roman Reigns, and now he's got the Boston Crab in, trying to make Randy Orton tap out, but Randy gets to the ropes. Roman Reigns was unsuccessful, and I know a lot of you guys have been saying Roman Reigns has had a hell of a lot of opportunities, but Reigns just continuously does enough, just barely scrapes through to get himself these shots. Of course, he did beat Sheamus at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view as well. So Reigns had a pretty mixed night in the end. I mean, he didn't win the Rumble match itself, but he took out Rollins and he took out Sheamus. So Reigns has been in hot and cold. You know, he's been very inconsistent, which has been the problem with Reigns. He just does enough. He turns it on when he has to, but he hasn't been able to win the big prize just yet. As Reigns now set into the corner. Randy Orton coming after Reigns, unsuccessful though. And now Reigns gets a big right hand in his face. Randy Orton unable to capitalize and continue the assault there. Back and forth between these two men. So it's been all the story, I suppose. It's just been these three men itself. You know, Reigns and Orton have been the top three guys competing after Seth Rollins for a number of months now. And both guys, it seems as though they're on the out. They're going back to the back of the line. Reigns has made a statement himself. So he's gone out of his way to try and keep himself in the title picture. So you have to kind of give Reigns a little bit of credit there. Randy was more willing just to win the opportunity, whereas Reigns is more willing to try and attempt to take the opportunity. And here tonight, one of these two men will join the other three participants, Ziggler, Sheamus, and Triple H in the Elimination Chamber, which will mean next week we will have an Elimination Chamber qualifier. And if Dean Ambrose does elect to challenge for the WWE Championship, then we'll have one Elimination Chamber qualifying matchup next week. And if Ambrose chooses to stay on SmackDown, we will need to have two Elimination Chamber qualifying matches. So that'll be very, very interesting to see what exactly goes down there. So if Ambrose does elect to stay on SmackDown, well, of course, the final match of next week's Raw in our main event will be Seth Rollins versus CM Punk one-on-one. But if Ambrose does elect to stay on SmackDown, then on main event next week, we'll have the Raw Elimination Chamber qualifier matchup, the last one, and that will determine the final spot in the chamber. As Randy Orton stomping away on Roman Reigns right now, DDT before Reigns can get back to his feet. Quick move there by Randy, so that's a smart decision. Don't let the big dog Roman Reigns get back to his feet. And Reigns is back down, Randy Orton in control, but Reigns trying to survive, trying to still stay in it right now, and Reigns a kick to the midsection of Orton. And then now Randy's got Reigns, and he's going to pick him up. And a swift and beautiful suplex from the Viper. The former WWE Champion, former Royal Rumble winner. As we mentioned earlier on, I mean, last year was a hell of a year. And Randy just needs that opportunity to kind of keep himself in the spotlight. I mean, a lot of people have been talking about Randy Orton perhaps needing some change. He's kind of done everything there is to do on Raw, and I tend to agree. Perhaps a move to SmackDown in the future might be advisable for Randy Orton. Uh-oh, here we go. Inside cradle, the cover, and no. Randy Orton countering back. And now goes back. Reigns with the pressure on Orton. Oh, geez, 2.5 count. Roman Reigns always getting Randy Orton there. And that would have been a huge, huge win for Roman Reigns. But Randy Orton's still in this match. It's not over yet. Randy Orton still has some fight left in him. Oh, Superman punch out of nowhere. Superman punch to Orton out of nowhere. And he kicks out at 2.5, just barely. Oh, Randy Orton just kicking out. Still in this match. Roman Reigns has Orton against the ropes. Randy Orton is only just hanging on. Roman Reigns might be looking to beat Randy Orton right now. Randy Orton still has some fight. Luther's press. Takes down Roman Reigns. And he's going to roll him in the middle of the ring. What's he thinking now? And he drops the forearm onto Roman Reigns. Now what? Is he going to do it again? No, it's the knee this time. So Reigns was about to put Randy away, but Randy's been good enough to keep the pressure back on Reigns. And Randy still got some fight, still going now. He's going to hit the neck breaker. Randy Orton still in this match. Reigns, you thought, was going to try and set up the spear. Normally after the Superman punch, the spear is closely followed. But this time, Reigns not able to hit it. Randy Orton still in this match. Randy barely back to his feet. And Roman Reigns takes advantage. Hits the spear, the cover. 2, 3. Roman Reigns has done it again. He just keeps on winning when he has to. Roman Reigns survives one more time. He has beaten Randy Orton here tonight. And Roman Reigns will go to the Elimination Chamber. And he will potentially meet his arch nemesis Seth Rollins in the Chamber match. Or he will win have an opportunity to face Seth Rollins at the show of all shows, the granddaddy of them all. Even though WWE doesn't exactly like you to say that anymore, I believe. But forget about them. It's the granddaddy of them all. It's WrestleMania. Reigns will have an opportunity at the Elimination Chamber to headline it. And there it was, the spear taking down Randy Orton. And Roman Reigns has done it once again. And Reigns, he barely hung on there. I mean, he had an opportunity a little bit earlier to put Randy away, hit the Superman punch. I thought he almost squandered his chances of winning that. I thought he nearly screwed up. And I thought Randy Orton might have been able to come back and take it away from Reigns. But to his credit, he was able to win. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's the champion, Seth Rollins. WWE champion Seth Rollins. He's in the ring and takes down Reigns straight away with a drop kick. Shades of the Royal Rumble. But this time it's Seth Rollins coming after Reigns. Reigns sent into the corner. And now Seth has a hold of Roman Reigns. Reigns just went through a war with Randy Orton, and now Reigns sent into the corner. Seth Rollins attacking Roman Reigns. And he's going to drag Reigns into the middle of the ring. And now, wait a minute. Curb stomp. Curb stomp to Roman Reigns. And he gave everything he had in that curb stomp. And he's picking Reigns back up. Not going to wait and let him get back to his feet. And now he's going to follow it up with the pedigree. Busting Reigns wide open. And you can see Seth Rollins gave everything he had in that pedigree. And Reigns is not moving an inch. Seth Rollins getting back to his feet. Roman Reigns is down. Seth Rollins taking full advantage of Roman Reigns. Reigns celebrating his huge win. And now Seth waiting for Reigns to get back to his feet. He's back there now. And uh-oh, we might be looking at the second pedigree. Here it comes. Pedigree again. Roman Reigns destroyed by our WWE champion. And our champion sending a statement to everybody in the Elimination Chamber. Seth Rollins is ready for Reigns and everybody else. The champion is ready. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much again for joining us for another episode of Universe Mode. If you did enjoy it, please smack the like button as well. Subscribe to see more Universe Mode videos coming up in the near future. Check out the Patreon as well for an opportunity to see the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view earlier than everybody else. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.